Hey, Mr. Curtis, before you walk off, Mr. Curtis, come up before you walk off. What's your name, little bro? Braxton. Come on, how old are you, Braxton? 17, Mr. Curtis. So I got a question. I want you to pay attention what Braxton got to say, right? You say 17? As a 17-year-old man, right? You from this neighborhood? Who do the young black men in the neighborhood have to look up to? Like who would you say be like a role model?
Their mothers.
Their mothers, right? So, Mr. Curtis, is that not a problem in our neighborhood? No. If the young black man is saying that we got to look up to our mother, who should he be looking up to as a young man?
Mother.
The men. Right. The men, not the mother. Because guess what? That mother can't teach that young man how to be a man. Bring it out. Right. That's why you have black on black crime. Right. That's why you have gangs infesting our neighborhood, oppressing our people. Why? Because the black man is not taking his rightful position on this earth. It's time for the black man to stand back up. And that's why we are here, Mr. Curtis. Let's get that in Titus real quick. So when I was talking to you when you was walking up, right, we talked about in the 70s, the 60s, what was some of the ways how they destroyed our community?
The liquor store. The
liquor stores on every corner, right?
That's right. This Belgian want to know where the Haitians are in the Bible.
Okay, we got you. I want you to be patient with me, right? So now watch this, right? Because we talked to what's your name again? Braxton, right? I asked Braxton, who should he look up to as a young man? Go. Guess what Braxton said? His mother. And the older black man, you said the same thing. My sister, what about you, right? As a young, you got kids, sis?
Yes.
You got kids, a boy, sons?
Girl.
A girl, right? So, do you think it's important that a young daughter or a young man have a mother and a father in the household?
Yes.
Why is that important?
Because sometimes, and even mom tough, but the kids always like they're a little bit, like not afraid of the dad, but they you know when they dad talk. You heard
what she just said? Yeah. My sister understands that. Guess what? That masculine voice is very important in the household. Because the mom can say, sit down, do this. They'll keep moving around, but guess what? When those kids hear that man speak, they get in line. So what we're going to go with, right, is the natural order how our household should be ran, right? Because, are you married, my sister?
Yes.
You married, right? So, in that relationship, right, I'm going to ask Curtis first, right? What is the natural order in a marriage, right, between a man and a woman?
Respect.
Okay, respect. What is your place in a marriage? Are you married, Curtis?
Nope.
You're not married, right? Did you grow up with two parents in the household? A mother and father? So watch this, Curtis. We're going over. My sister understand that. What is the natural order in your marriage, my sister? Who's the leader in your marriage?
Bring it out. The man, but yeah.
But what? Is it 50-50?
No, it's not like I say 50-50, but it's like respect for both sides. You know?
Okay, of course it's respect, but let's read because you believe in the Bible, right?
Yes.
So we're going to show you, because what we are here to teach our people is that, guess what? We not American blacks.
Right.
We not Haitian.
Right.
We not Jamaican.
Right.
We are the children of Israel. And this is the natural order that God gave his people to be successful in marriages, right? How we should deal with each other in our community. Watch this.
The book of 1 Corinthians.
Now I want you to pay attention, Braxton, because your mother should not be your example to be how to become a man. Watch what the Bible says.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of the so-called black man is Jesus the Christ. And guess what, my sister? He's not a white man. Guess what, Braxton? Christ is not a white man. Mr. Curtis, guess what? Christ looked just like you. But guess what? You got to grow that beard, Mr. Curtis. Read on, watch this. So our head is Jesus the Christ, right? Read on.
And the head of the woman.
The head of who?
The woman is the man.
Is the who?
The man.
You hear that, my sister?
Bring it out.
Your head is your husband. He's your leader, right? Not the boss on the job. That's not your leader. Yeah, you go to your job to do your job, but guess what? In that home, that black man is your leader. Read on.
And the head of Christ is God.
The head of who?
The head of Christ is God.
So that's the natural order. The Most High God, his son Christ, the man, the women, and then the children. So now, the question is, in that household, what is the man's role? What is the black man's role in the household? What is the order though? Let's get that in Titus right quick, because the first thing first, right, we understand that in our neighborhood, one of the ways they destroyed us, they put liquor stores on all the corners, right? So guess what? If the black man is drunk, can he be a proper leader in his household?
No.
What about you, my sister? If the black man is drunk, can he be a proper leader and role model in the household?
No.
You know why not? Because guess what? Those kids are watching that father.
Right.
That's why when you look in the black community, the older man is getting high, he's getting drunk. So now before you walk off, right? Because we want to prove to you that you're not a Haitian, my sister.
Right.
You're not a Jamaican, you're not an African American. But before we get that, we're going over the natural order. Read what you got.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 2. That the aged men.
Before we read this, Curtis, you get drunk? Be honest. You get drunk? What about you, Mr. Braxton? Young Braxton, you drink?
No, I don't drink.
You smoke?
I smoke gas.
Why do you smoke?
I got anger issues. I'm gonna be real.
You got anger issues, right? So you think the weed is gonna be the solution to the anger issues?
It ain't always the solution, bro. But you know, sometimes, bro, it's dope. You know, just to help me out.
So you see that? So now what we need is the older man to stop getting. Read what you got.
That the aged men be sober.
The aged man be what?
Be sober.
Did you grow up watching older men smoke?
No, not really.
So you never seen no black men in your community smoke?
Yo.
Yes. A lot of our people are getting high every day, all day.
Rappers.
Even the rappers, right? Not being a proper example to the younger men growing up. So what the Bible said for Mr. Curtis?
That the aged men be sober.
You see that, Curtis? When you get drunk, Curtis, you're not sober.
I know.
You're not sober. So guess what you got to do? You got to put the bottle down. You got to put it down so we can be, as older men, be an example to our brothers. Because guess what? Their life depends on it. My sister right here, guess what? Her young daughter, the way she conducts herself, depends on that. Why? To raise her daughter up to not be a girlfriend, to not be a baby mama, to raise her daughter up to be what? A righteous wife.
That's right.
You see that? So the older people in our generation, we got a big job to do. We got to be the example to the younger generation. Read on.
That the aged men be sober, grave.
Be what?
Grave.
Not playing damn video games all day.
Bring it out.
The black man has laid down in 2022. We got to be serious, because guess what? Our people depends on us, the men in the community. Read on.
Temperate.
What?
Temperate.
Meaning, guess what? Not losing their cool over the smallest thing. A lot of the black men in 2022, guess what? They emotional as hell.
Right.
They don't know how to resolve conflict between their brothers. The first time they have a disagreement, what's the first thing they do? Fight, pull out guns, now we killing each other. You see that? So the black man can no longer move like that. Read on.
Sound in faith.
What?
Sound in faith.
Understand that he's an Israelite, that he's a king in his household, that he's a leader in his household, that he's responsible for not only the kids, but that wife as well. Read on.
In charity, in patience. Verse 3. That the aged woman.
The who?
The aged
Now
woman.
here you go, my sister. The aged woman be what?
Likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
They be what?
Becometh holiness. Not false accusers.
Not what?
Not false accusers.
So now it's we dealt with the men first. The men got to be sober, right? Serious, not emotional. Now God is dealing with our sisters, the women, right? Read what he said?
Not false accusers.
Not liars. Read on.
Not given to much wine.
The women can't be getting drunk. My sister, you drink? That's a good thing. That's a good example for our daughter. Read on.
Not given to much wine. Teachers of good things.
Our sisters got to be what?
Teachers of good things.
My sister, what do you think you got to be teaching your daughter as a young woman? How old your daughter is, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? 16. What are some of the good things you got to be teaching your sister? Because watch this, my sister. A 17-year-old man, watch this. Are you a virgin?
Yeah.
You a virgin? Yeah. That's a good thing, my brother.
Hey!
That's a good thing. You in high school?
Yeah.
What's some of the things that's going on in the high schools today?
Bring it out.
Is the kids having sex 16 to 17 years old?
Hey, bro, I can tell you a whole bunch, bro. You got the scamming, you got the
You see that, my sister? So guess what? Your job is to teach your daughter not to fall in that trap, not to be a baby mama, not to be another statistic.
Bring it out.
Guess what? Being a single mom, raising a son, raising a daughter. Read on. So it's your job to teach her that. Read on. Watch this.
That they may teach the young women to be sober.
You got to teach our daughters to be what?
To be sober.
Read on.
To love their husband.
To do what?
Love their husband.
No, their boyfriend.
Their husband.
Let me ask you a question, my sister.
Bring it out.
Are you okay with your daughter, right, having a boyfriend? No, right? Why? Because she's 16 or what? Why not?
Because she at school, you know, and it's not a thing.
Okay, what about when she graduates school? Is it okay for her to have a boyfriend then? Why not? You say it's okay then?
It's a long story.
Right, so what I'm trying to do, right, is what I'm trying to do, my sister, is that because a lot of times, right, we've been so disconnected from who we truly are. We think that we Haitian, right, we Jamaican, and now we have been so disconnected to where we think that, okay, if my daughter has graduated, right, she's in college, she got a career, now it's okay for her to have a boyfriend. Do you think that? No, right? Because what the Bible say?
To love their husbands.
She needs to be getting a husband.
That's right.
Not a boyfriend. And not just any man, a godly man.
That's right.
That you can trust with your daughter. You see that? Read on.
To love their children.
Because watch this, right? How has boyfriend and girlfriend worked out for us in the black community?
Bring it out.
None.
Baby mamas, single parent household. My sister said when she first walked up, how important it is for a man and a woman to be in the household. A husband and wife to raise those kids up. Because guess what? If the young man grow up seeing his father as a husband, how he deal with his wife and the children, guess what he's going to desire to grow up to be? A husband.
What is nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.